Proudly presenting a brand new, completely new formula of our Ultimate Eye Support, Lutein and Zeaxanthin, in a brand new soft gel form. Folks, we're going to talk about looking after, nurturing, protecting our eyes, really helping to take care of them, knowing that we have to. Age-related changes happen. They may be undesirable, but they happen, but we can certainly do something to help give our body what it so desperately wants. Tonight's a huge night. It is the day of the year to shop for Ultimate Eye Support. Not only is this a brand new formula, it's more powerful, it's more potent with 20% more of the key ingredients, lutein and zeaxanthin, and for the first time ever, we're giving you a new choice. So first things first, here is your Ultimate Eye Support with lutein and zeaxanthin, giving you that protection, natural protection for lens, macula, and retina, free shipping and handling, great values and pricing, but to my left, we also have the brand new Ultimate Eye Support with lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, that powerful antioxidant, which is so important. Certainly in today's modern age where we're all on screens and tablets and phones, a very important, truly important ingredient that I know Andrew is excited to share with us. Normally, this is an extra purchase. This is your chance to get astaxanthin built in, blended into the formula. So there's a lot to get to. Yes, it's more potent. Yes, it's more affordable than ever. Yes, this is a formula that started over 30 years ago, and today in 2020, you're getting more benefits and more bang for your buck. So in terms of the pricing, this is where we stand. To go for the Ultimate Eye Support, which gives you lutein and zeaxanthin, some of the most expensive ingredients that you'll find in any of Andrew's products, there is a 40, a 120, a 360, or the once-a-year opportunity of a 720 capsules. Now, here's the HSN pricing. You can see for the 720, we're really looking at $300. If you buy it today, it's $159.90. Okay, so you're saving nearly as much as you're spending, and it's on free shipping and full flex. However, if I was a betting man, I would guess that most people will elect for this choice. This is the Ultimate Eye Support with lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. Blended in for the first time ever. Now look at this, this is amazing. I'm gonna shoot right down to the 720 caps. Normally that would be $459.80. Today's special pricing is $199.90. That saves you a gigantic $260. Now if you look at the difference here, for just $40 more, than the traditional Ultimate Eye Support, you'll get it with the astaxanthin. So there's a lot of great options here, great values, great savings, but best of all, Andrew, a great opportunity to do something good for ourselves.
Well, in the past, separate astaxanthin was over $100. So now the separate astaxanthin, those 720 capsules that contain the astaxanthin, it's $40 more. And mind you, the price of the regular Ultimate Eye has gone down. So we've lowered the price on both, but one thing that Adam didn't mention, we always were at 10 and 5 for lutein and zeaxanthin. This year we are now at 12 and 6. Lutein and zeaxanthin are thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars a kilo for active material. We increase the potency 20% on both of those. We increase the potency of our anthocyanins, which are incredibly expensive ingredients as well, about $500 a kilo. So we've increased the potency of everything about 20%. We've added ingredients to this formula, and they're all less expensive than last year. The Ultimate Eye is less expensive. The Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin is dramatically less expensive. And we did this in a soft gel now, basically to satisfy your requests. You wanted one formula to have all of them: lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, Ultimate Eye combined with astaxanthin. Because one was a powder, one was an oil-based ingredient, we had to figure out how to marry them together. That took several years, but it was worth the hard work. It's just a remarkable formula. It's one of my favorite formulas I produce right now because it's so unique. And here, if you look at this chart right here, this gives you the content of the formula. So in addition, we also added ahi flower oil, and ahi flower oil provides a an incredible source of stearidonic acid, an important omega-3 fatty acid. So if you look, you're getting 12 milligrams or 12,000 micrograms of lutein. You're getting 6,000 micrograms of zeaxanthin, 4,000 micrograms of astaxanthin. And mind you, at one capsule, I take 2 capsules per day. At 1 capsule per day, and as I said earlier, at 1 capsule per week, you're probably doubling your lutein and zeaxanthin intake. And you're probably increasing your astaxanthin intake by 10 times. And then bilberry for night vision, anthocyanin, healthy circulation to your eyes, our citrus bioflavonoid complex, our green tea extract for healthy circulation to and from the eye, black elder extract for anthocyanins for night vision, grapeseed extract for healthy circulation to the eye, and then the important vitamins and nutrients. Vitamin A, it's in here because so many people expect it, but it is not the important carotenoid in terms of our vision. It's lutein, it's zeaxanthin, it's astaxanthin. We increased the levels of natural vitamin E, we added zinc, we added copper, and then of course, we added ahi flower oil with its alpha-linolenic acid, its stearidonic acid, and its gamma-linolenic acid. And plus, because of its role in the membranes in our eye, we actually were able to get a small amount of phosphatidylcholine in. So it is the most comprehensive eye formula I've ever made. And I've been making an eye formula for over 30 years. It's the lowest cost per dose ever. It's the highest potency we've ever made, and we've combined it with astaxanthin. So it's exciting. And another thing, we're here in Colorado. I've always loved running at altitude, mountain biking at altitude. I've been doing this for over 30 years. One of the big negatives of doing this outdoors here at altitude, I live when I'm up here, I live at 8,000 feet. When I'm running trails, it's between 8,000 feet and typically 14,000 feet. UV radiation, sunlight, it's tough on your skin. I make sure I wear sunscreen. But even wearing sunglasses, UV radiation, it is just not the friend of our eyes. So this is a perfect place to be talking about this if we're outdoors, exposed to sunlight. Plus, like in a studio here, all the lights now, not a studio, we're at my house with little lights, but these lights aren't hot anymore. Right. They're not hot because all of these lights are LED lights, and they have blue light. Blue light is damaging to our eyes. My phone here, which is like lets me know what's going on in the world. That's actually, you can see, that's Lincoln's picture on there. There we go. There's Link with one blue eye. But that's blue light. So, and of course I have it set on the low blue light setting, but whether we have like iPads or things like that, so we are constantly bombarding our eyes. And I like to be positive and optimistic, but sometimes to be positive and optimistic, we have to know the bad news so we could plan accordingly. The bad news is there is no escaping the fact that as we age, the normal aging process will impair our vision. The healthiest, the best among us, the healthiest eaters, the healthiest supplementers, it's taking a toll on all the systems, all the critical organs in our body. And our eyes are probably, it's not even fair to say they're no exception. The eyes lead the pack. The eyes are where we literally see the difference that aging and the consequences of aging means. And lutein and zeaxanthin are at the very top of the list of how our eyes deal with aging, how our eyes protect themselves. Sadly, they're at the bottom of the list of things we get from our diet, and our body can't make them. If someone tells you your body can make lutein or zeaxanthin, they're lying. It can't. We need to get them from our diet. Green leafy vegetables, things like spinach and kale. And even I have an interesting chart here that if we look at the best foods in terms of lutein, green peas are great. That's why I want Muriel, we'll do her pea soup. She and I are going to start doing some healthy recipe little videos. But peas are a great source. Green peas are a great source of lutein. And cooked collard greens, a great source of lutein. Cooked spinach, good source. But you need to have these every day to get the levels of lutein you want. The hard part is zeaxanthin. And zeaxanthin, even the best source is 7 cups of cooked corn. And remember how good collard greens were for lutein? It will take 18 cups to get what you need of zeaxanthin. 19 cups for spinach. Orange juice. Many people think because it's orange, it's rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. It's not. 30 cups. relatively speaking, in nature it is rich, but not rich enough to make a difference in our eyes. Raw spinach, 32 cups. Even baby carrots. We think of how important carrots are for our vision. It's a misconception. They contain beta carotene, yes, in children, in infants, when their eyes are developing, beta carotene is important. But for us, it's not the key to healthy vision. So baby carrots, 261 baby carrots to be equivalent to the levels of zeaxanthin you get here, 403 to get the levels of lutein.
Wow.
So that's, first of all, that's how high potency this product is. And we make sure also that it's in its proper form. And I need to put something here so my charts don't slide down. But it gives you a sense that the average American is probably getting between 1 and 2 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin a day, 1 and 2 milligrams. With this product, you're getting 18. You're getting 10 times as much. So even if you just took 1 capsule, you're still getting more than 5 times as much than the average American gets in a day. So literally 1 capsule a week is probably doubling your levels. And it's not that this works on your eye. It's very important to know that this is actually defining of your eye. Lutein and zeaxanthin are what imparts a bright yellow color if you look into the back of your retina of your eye, the macular lutea. They are the optical pigments, the retinal pigments in your eye. You need them, and without them, your eye can't protect itself. You rely on them for even things like photostress, like bright sunlight. With lutein and zeaxanthin protecting your eyes function better in bright sunlight. It helps improve your ability to handle glare. It improves the clarity of your vision. So we're not just talking long-term benefits here. We're talking see the difference benefits today when your body has what it needs.
Well, we are very busy, as we always are when we launch a Today's Special. It's that one time of the year where you're able to get it. I want to kind of narrow this down for folks at home who are thinking, I know I want to get this. I now need to decide which one I should opt for. So as Andrew mentioned, brand new formula, all new launch. It's more potent than it's ever been before. 20% more of the lutein and zeaxanthin, which is big because it's the same amazing price, if not lower, but you're getting more bang for your buck. I want to show you the options. If you want to go for the Ultimate Eye Support, okay, with the lutein and zeaxanthin, pricing is $40, $120, $360, and $720 in terms of the capsules. Obviously, most people go here, which is $159.90, gives you the 720 caps, and you're saving nearly as much as you're spending. However, tonight, accounting for more than 80% of the sales, is this option. This is the Ultimate Eye Support, still with the 12 milligrams of lutein, still with the 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin, but now with the addition of the 4 milligrams of the astaxanthin. Normally this was a separate product that was expensive. It's an expensive ingredient. $100 or so is what people would be spending. Andrew has included it for the first time. So now you understand that out of all the options, most people are shopping for 720 caps, normally priced at $459.80, for one day only $199.90, resembling a gigantic saving of $259.90. So that's really key, folks. If you don't know what to buy or which you should buy, this is the obvious choice right here, because that gives you the benefits of lutein and zeaxanthin, but also the astaxanthin. And Andrew, I have one more chart that I'd love to kind of show, because this was impressive. This breaks it down that, you know, typically just 360 caps of the astaxanthin would cost $160, right? That's for 360 of just astaxanthin. For $40 more, you're getting all of the traditional Ultimate Eye Support as well. So dollar for dollar, Andrew, it really is a remarkable value.
And when you look at just the Ultimate Eye, if you look at the Ultimate Eye on its own, I think if you compare it to last year's Today's Special, your astaxanthin basically is free.
Right.
I think a little better than free, because you're getting, of course, you're getting 20% more lutein, 20% more zeaxanthin, 20% more anthocyanins from bilberry. You're also getting the added ahi flower with ceridonic acid. You're also getting the added zinc and copper. So it's just an incomparable formula. And it's exciting to introduce something so beneficial. And I have some great charts that just helps us. It's not as easy to do the charts here sitting at home as it is when we're in the studio. So to bear with me, I'm trying to do my best. But but our eyes age, our eyes change. We all do. And this is a fascinating chart. It's something called accommodation. It's accommodation, actually what it means is the ability for your eye to accommodate change. We could talk about accommodation dark to light. We could talk about accommodation of focus, far focus and close focus. We know that as we get older, we can see things pretty well far away, but as things get closer, we struggle. And if you look at this chart, the bottom axis on this chart is age. That's the degree of accommodation. Usually when accommodation starts struggling is when it gets into single digits. So right here is like 14 accommodation. And so we're in single digits, we're at 6, 7, 8 there. And if you look at the other axis, when we're at 6, 7, 8, what age is that? That's about 45 years of age.
Right.
So these are things, the reason that graph exists, it is a fact of life that our vision will be changing. Our night vision is going to suffer as we get older. Our ability to accommodate, see and deal with from dark light to bright light, from close focus to far focus, that's going to be changing. It's a fact of life. Our vision is unfortunately going to be challenged. It's a question of whether or not, as I was talking about earlier, whether or not we're going to support our body and the systems with tools that we know that can say, push down or push back the hands of time, so to speak. And as we continue here, this just gives you a sense. I won't belabor this too much, but lutein, the two isomers of zeaxanthin that we offer, and astaxanthin. You look at those, you think they're almost identical. They're the same length, and what that length is, it enables those molecules to straddle the membranes, which is a really amazing thing. And then if you look at all of them, each of the ring structures, these phenol rings on either end, each of those ring structures have hydroxyl groups on them. They're differently arranged. On astaxanthin, the most powerful antioxidant of all, it has an additional oxygen group as well. But these are, the molecules, as you can see, are all almost identical, but they're dramatically dissimilar. How would I say? They each provide diverse, unique benefits. So having all four of them has been consistently validated as delivering the best tools for your eyes to deposit optical pigment. And that's the key, the ability of your eyes to deposit that macular pigment. And so as we continue, and of course, we uniquely deliver all of them. This is a fascinating little graph here. So when you're looking at this graph here, these are lutein and zeaxanthin levels found in the brains of older people with normal brain function, and then older people with mild cognitive impairment. And as has been found in now dozens of studies, lutein and zeaxanthin, that's why I say this shouldn't be called Ultimate Eye Support. This should be called Ultimate Eye and Brain Support, because now there's just an overwhelming amount of research that has shown that the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin that we have in our eyes as a result of our diet, as a result of our supplementation, those are deposited in our brain, and it delivers benefits to our brain, as does astaxanthin. So in terms of the benefits for your eyes here, yes, this is truly a beneficial product for your eyes. But now, kind of as if you've been watching me for decades on TV, we've watched products evolve. When I first introduced my omega-3s, we didn't talk about the eye, we didn't talk about the brain, we only talked about the heart. When I first introduced phosphatidylcholine, we talked about the liver. It's now named PC Liver and Brain. This should technically be now Ultimate Eye and Brain Support because of the body of research, and I'll read you some quotes about the benefits. So hopefully those two benefits are sufficient to encourage you to give this a try. And even if you can't afford 2 capsules a day, at 1 capsule a day, it's still a remarkable product. Even at 1 capsule every other day, it's multiplying your levels of these critical nutrients far above even a healthy diet.
Over 22,000 today's specials now reserved, folks. This is just the launch presentation. As Andrew said, you know, in many cases, things change. When it comes to vitamins with Andrew, change is good. It's a good thing. It's evolving. It's getting better. It's getting stronger. It's becoming more powerful and potent, as we saw 20% more. Andrew, I have a few. Our production team let me know that I think I have some of the reviews. Would you like me to read a couple of them?
I have reviews here too. It was just earlier what I was saying. I had texted someone that on the products like cranberry and cinnamon, because I only have a limited number of charts with me at home on things like cranberry and cinnamon, some of the reviews are so compelling that I would have hoped we could have read some of those. So we'll talk about it tomorrow, or we could talk about it on Monday. But I'm just glad, even though of course I wish I could be in the studio in St. Pete, and I wish these shows could be as rich as normal in all the charts and things, but we do the best we can from home. But the nice thing is I get to have the dogs here with me, and Muriel, of course. It sounds terrible, huh? But
hopefully she's not watching right now, Andrew. I promise I won't say anything. That was a wonderful moment there. Guys, I'm going to let Andrew compose himself. We are very, very busy. Thank you for shopping with us. We have to look after ourselves, and our eyes are obviously something that we want to do the best we can with. Andrew, two things. First of all, I remember you telling me a story of a dear friend of yours who you had asked, when does the damage start to our eyes? And he had answered, the moment we're born and we open them, which always tickled me because when you think about it, it's true. And then with that comment in mind, is it ever too late to start taking this product?
No, and yeah, that's a wonderful gentleman who unfortunately just a couple of years ago passed away, but he was in his 90s. And he was one of the original developers of the procedure that we all take for granted, the lens replacement surgery that as we get older, if we develop cataracts. So a brilliant ophthalmologic surgeon. And so I was asking for a question, this is probably 20 years ago, and then I expected some important, insightful answer like 35, 40, 45, when our body's ability to repair sort of UV damage or something. At some point, when does the damage, and his answer to me, but I guess it was an incredibly insightful answer. His answer to me was, the minute we open our eyes as an infant, that's when it all starts.
Wow.
Because that's the moment light, whether it's blue light, high energy light, UV radiation enters our eyes. So to answer your question, it's never too late. And that is one thing that is so underscored in the research. Certainly, people who've had a lifetime of healthy lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin levels, they reap the benefits. But what's often focused on in the research, not often, more often than not what's focused on in the research, are those of us who already have challenges with their vision, those of us who are older or elderly. And what's amazing is that's when it's really so compelling and so convincing how important lutein and zeaxanthin, again, these are not ingredients that are like a medicine working on your eyes. These are ingredients that are a critical part of how your eye works. Your eye can't work without them, period.
Right.
So again, we know we don't get them from our diet. We know we don't get them in close to adequate amounts from our diet. So we either make a good decision and change our diet and start having kale and spinach and peas, and those are the sorts of things, and do it on a consistent level and basis. And you might do okay with lutein. You're probably going to struggle still with zeaxanthin, even if you have a fantastic diet. But that's why it's so easy and so affordable to make a difference, and especially now. The most exciting thing for me with this product, because we manufacture it, the most exciting thing for me is I've been making an eye product for over 30 years. This is the least expensive it's been per capsule,
right?
But it's dramatically higher potency than it's ever been in over 30 years. So it's a great way to make a profound difference. And I should read some reviews because, yes, I love the science, but the reviews are compelling. And the reviews are so well written, I mean, it's remarkable. And as you can see here, that's quite somebody who took some time. And I encourage you to write reviews, not because I want to see the reviews. I encourage you to write reviews because your experience might resonate with someone else. And yes, I could talk about the importance of these ingredients. And my job is to educate, but your reviews speak volumes. So here, my doctor approves of these vitamins. For the past 4 years, my eyes have been terribly dry. And I often talk about lutein and zeaxanthin and clarity of vision and sharpness of vision and improved night vision and all of these things. And so many reviews talk about dry eye, and especially up here at altitude, so many people complain about that. I go to the doctor every 3 months using artificial tears every day along with prescription eye drops. Long story short, I started using the Ultimate Eye Support vitamins 2 months ago, and all of a sudden, I noticed I was no longer using the artificial tears. Muriel will say the same thing. My eyes didn't feel dry anymore. I went to the eye doctor last week and took my vitamins with me. The doctor saw so much improvement that he doesn't want to see me for another year. After going every 3 months for the past 3 years, wow, my eyes still have some dryness, but my doctor was so impressed with how much better my eyes are. I showed him the vitamins, my vitamins, and he told me to continue to take them. Thanks, Andrew Lessman. And again, this is not like a miraculous review, unexpected. This is the science. We follow the science based upon these natural ingredients. And as I say, what do they say? God takes care of those who take care of themselves.
Right.
That the tools are out there. We just have to pay attention to what's abundant and available in nature. Sadly, our diet doesn't do that. So it becomes my job to then provide a supplement that really is a dietary supplement that gets out of the way of Mother Nature, so Mother Nature can deliver those God-given gifts. And that is what my job is. So here we go, another review. My second yearly eye exam was perfect. Finding out that I was diabetic, which challenges our vision, obviously, I had to visit my eye doctor every 4 months. I'm a senior citizen, and I had to go in for cataract surgery, after which I continued to make regular visits to my eye doctor. I just happened to be watching Andrew on HSN talking about his Ultimate Eye Support capsules. He made it sound terrific. I thought, what do I got to lose? So many say that. That was 2 years ago. This past year, I had a new eye doctor, and she said, you have diabetes. With surprise, she said, I don't see any in your eyes. And meaning that there are no changes that might be characteristic of a person with diabetes in terms of their vision or eyes. And she told me the same thing as my previous eye doctor. Keep doing what you're doing. It makes this 73-year-old woman feel really good. And it makes this person sitting here, me, feel really good too. Great product. Like all of Andrew's products, this is wonderful. And I take a lot of his products. This is a see the difference product, no pun intended. Just had an eye exam, and I couldn't be happier. At my age, I was expecting a not-so-good report, but was so happy when the doctor told me my prescription has not changed much in the last 3 years. Wow. I told him the vitamins I was taking, and he told me, don't stop. They are working. Would recommend. I've worn glasses since I was a sophomore in high school and am now in my 60s. My eye doctor tells me since taking Ultimate Eye Support, I don't know what you are doing, but keep doing it. It's funny. Each one of these 4 reviews that I had read, 5 reviews, the doctor said, keep doing what you're doing. A small miracle. I had LASIK eye surgery a few years ago, and my eyes never felt the same again. I love Andrew's other products, so I thought I'd try this one. I really had little hope for it doing anything. A few days ago, I couldn't believe how great my eyes felt and how crisp my vision was. I then realized I started these capsules a few weeks ago. It was like a small miracle for me. My eyes feel as good as they did prior to the eye surgery. I'm thankful beyond words. My advice to anyone that is having eyes issues is to try Ultimate Eye Support. Hopefully, you will find similar results. Thanks, Andrew and team. I'll just do a couple more. I love these. A must-have. This supplement is great. After years of needing to wear glasses for being nearsighted, the Ultimate Eye Support has helped me significantly. This year, the DMV requested an in-person driver's license renewal, a source of fear for a lot of people, I know. To my husband's surprise and my shock, I read every single letter on each line all the way down to and including the last line on the eye chart. Wow. The DMV clerk even announced that it was impressive. My night vision has improved, which is one of the targets of this product, because for a lot of us, a loss of night vision means a loss of the ability or capacity to drive at night or drive safely at night. So night vision is a target of this product. On a recent out-of-town car trip, my younger sister was amazed at how well I could read freeway signs in the distance. So impressed that she quickly ordered the first bottle of Ultimate Eye Support, her first bottle. Thank you, Andrew, for your help. To another. These are all amazing. And I appreciate, I'm so grateful that you take the time to write such eloquent, such well-written reviews. Really works. After I turned 50, my eyesight changed, not just for reading, but I now have this vague, blurry feeling. Also at night, the shadows are amplified and messes with my confidence. There's things like floaters and all sorts of things that we start experiencing as we get older. I took these vitamins for 6 months, and all of these symptoms went away. I swear. I'm very skeptical and have taken a variety of supplements in the past without ever noticing a change, aside from my urine being yellow. If you struggle in an area that Andrew provides a supplement for, I would suggest trying a 6-month supply to see if it helps. It's really improved my life. And we'll do one more. Incredibly, I gave my bottle to my husband because he has glaucoma, and the medication was no longer doing a great job controlling the pressure. By the way, that's another reason why we should go see our doctors at least once a year. I say every 6 months, just to get your pressure checked to make sure if you might see pressure changes. The doctor was recommending surgery. After 2 months of taking 2 a day, today the doctor told me, my husband, that he has a 25% decrease in pressure. The nurse took the reading twice because she did not believe the results. Hubby happily told doctor that the only change he made was taking these vitamins. Again, this is not a treatment, a cure, prevention for glaucoma. That's going to your doctor, getting your pressure checked. But again, supporting your doctor with healthy diet, healthy lifestyle, healthy supplementation. As you read in these charts, your doctor will applaud your efforts. Works like magic. Andrew, at 65, my eyesight was failing. It happens to the best of us. I noticed an improvement immediately, and I will never be without them. My 38-year-old son told me that he noticed his eyesight isn't as good as now.
Right.
I'm going to send him some to try to see if he notices a difference. I love watching you do your presentation you do, explaining how you make your products. Everything is so clean. Love, love, love the Ultimate Eye Support. Again, I owe an apology to everyone unfortunately, because of COVID-19, not only are we not able to do the shows from St. Petersburg in Florida, but we've all missed a wonderful opportunity. We always do at least 2 or 3 shows from the factory in Henderson, Nevada, where we actually installed a studio on the factory floor. So you truly see how unique my products are, in that most vitamins you see on store shelves or on the internet, they're made by contract manufacturers. They're not made by the company that's offering them. We make everything. And it's always a pleasure, it's always a privilege to invite you into the factory and show you all the products being made, because that's the biggest investment we make in being different, in making products that no one else can make for you. And when it comes to your vision, it is the area that we really don't want to be caught saying, if I know I was going to live this long, I know it's going to hang around this long. You want to have healthy vision. It is such an important part of having a healthy life and having a complete life. And frankly, no matter how well you eat, no matter how well you take care of yourselves, our organs and our systems in our bodies change. And when it comes to our vision, when it changes, it affects the quality of our life. It affects how we live. And it is so simple, so straightforward to give your body what it needs. Your body has remarkable systems at protecting your vision. Top of that list is lutein and zeaxanthin. Right there with it is astaxanthin. And by the way, lutein and zeaxanthin also protects your brain and your cognitive abilities as you age. Also delivers those benefits to young people too. Astaxanthin, a protective carotenoid that also delivers its benefits to the heart and cardiovascular system. So normally when you would be thinking about your health and maybe thinking about it in terms of a medicine, you'll get one targeted benefit and you'll have to worry about a whole list of side effects. I could spend the next 2 hours talking about all the other side benefits, say as I was talking about with lutein and zeaxanthin in terms of cognitive ability. Virtually every measure of how our brain functions, lutein and zeaxanthin, not surprisingly, delivers benefits there. So it's a huge opportunity. Ingredients that were historically outrageously expensive, we've successfully continued to lower the price. So even that large supply, that could be a 2-year supply if you like it, and a 2-year supply it's just an incredible opportunity and an incredible savings.
There's so much to think about what we've just heard. As Andrew, read the words from some of those amazing reviews, and they're long reviews, right? Think about the reviews that maybe you've left on things in the past. Were they as long as that? It shows you how passionate, how enthusiastic, how important it is that people get those messages across. They're powerful and they're real, and it can happen to you. The same amazing positive results you can experience with Andrew's Ultimate Eye. I'm conscious that the time's ticking away. I see that we've sold an astonishing 23,500 in a very short amount of time. So as you watch us tonight, we'd love, of course, for you to place your order. I'll give you the options, okay? So, traditionally, Ultimate Eye Support, we always talk about the amazing benefits of lutein and zeaxanthin. We talk about our body not being able to produce it and how the typical American diet isn't giving it to us. This time, 20% more. So it's more potent and powerful than it's ever been before, with more lutein and zeaxanthin than we've seen before. There's the regular pricing. There's a $41.20, $360, or $720. Remember, Andrew said that could be a 2-year supply. Okay, so that's important. 2-year supply for $159.90 is really good value for money. You're saving $140. It is free shipping and full flex pay. However, most people are not shopping for that option. Most people are shopping for the all-new Ultimate Eye Support with lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, I'm sure. The astaxanthin, normally an extra purchase. It's an expensive extra purchase because it's an expensive ingredient. Andrew's combined it. That saves you a lot of money, and it gives you the benefit of having it all in one soft gel. So there's a $41.20, $360, or $720. Again, that's up to a 2-year supply. The numbers speak volumes. That would cost you basically $460. Our price is $199.90. So just $40 extra to get the addition of astaxanthin in there. That's huge. So you're saving way more than you're spending tonight. So as you place your order, you'll be given the options. Do you want Ultimate Eye Support, or do you want Ultimate Eye Support with astaxanthin? Most people are doing it with the astaxanthin. Free shipping, flex pay, and an opportunity to do something wonderful. We need our eyes to be in as healthy condition as possible. It's never nice when you realize that your eyesight starts to deteriorate. I noticed it as well. Of course, the reality is, if you're giving your body some of the things it so desperately wants and craves, we're doing the best we can. Andrew, just to hone in for a second on astaxanthin, because typically in the past, we do whole separate presentations on astaxanthin. It really is a big deal.
And astaxanthin is an incredibly expensive ingredient. Astaxanthin, zeaxanthin, lutein, these are carotenoids that we're delivering in this product at their highest concentrations and at extremely high potency. 12 milligrams of lutein, 6 milligrams of zeaxanthin, 4 milligrams of astaxanthin. And astaxanthin, where astaxanthin really has the widest body of research, is in the things that we notice as we age in terms of our eyes. That ability to accommodate, the ability to focus on close up, far away, to deal with those changes. Dark light, bright light, dark light. For many of us, if we go outside on a sunny day from the normal lighting inside, it could be blinding to us for a while. If we're driving in our car and the sun is setting, the sun is rising, it could be impossible. We have to pull over. We can't see anything. It could be dangerous. So astaxanthin, as I had showed previously, lutein, the two isomers of zeaxanthin and astaxanthin, they look almost identical, but they aren't. But they deliver all of the benefits that we need to provide for our eyes to protect themselves. And that's what our diet is all about. Our diet is all about giving to our body the things we need for our body to take care of ourselves. And unfortunately, we don't deliver the nutrients we require. And I just wanted to show quickly again on the one chart here. Right. This is the formula. So the last year's formula that was more expensive had 10 milligrams of lutein, 5 milligrams of zeaxanthin. That's a 20% increase. The astaxanthin was separate, and it was more than $100. Today, it's only $40 extra. You can get either regular Ultimate Eye Support or Ultimate Eye Support with astaxanthin. And then we increased the amount of anthocyanins from bilberry and from black elder. We have the citrus bioflavonoid complex. We have our green tea extract. So what we're doing here is we're supporting, again, when I always say this about the brain, when we're young, what's really well adapted about our brain is it's isolated. What's well adapted about our eyes are they're isolated. As we get older, the isolation of these structures is a problem because they require healthy circulation. So again, it's something that this product has to support is healthy circulation, nutrients to the eye. And what I was going to do, I had some fun charts here. These are more reviews, but just some of the charts that I had, and I have a couple of dozen, that talk about lutein and zeaxanthin in the brain. This is from Nutrition Reviews. The rationale supporting a role for lutein in cognitive function is based on the following observations. Lutein is the predominant carotenoid in the brain, human brain tissue in early as well as later in life. Primate retinal lutein concentrations, i.e. macular pigment, that's what we concentrate in our eyes, are related to brain lutein concentrations, meaning the more lutein and zeaxanthin you have in your eyes, the more you have in your brain. Macular pigment density is related to cognitive function in adults, meaning that adults with more pigment density, lutein and zeaxanthin in their eyes, have better cognitive function. Lutein supplementation in adults improves cognitive function. So if you think this is just an eye formula, I'm sorry, it's more. This is from the Gerontological Society of America. That's the study of aging. Importantly, it has been discovered that lutein and zeaxanthin are in the human brain, and it was also found that a higher concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin in the brain was associated with better cognitive function. We found an independent positive association between plasma concentrations of both lutein and zeaxanthin and performance on 3 of the 4 domains assessed with global memory and executive function, with a significant association also evident between zeaxanthin and the processing speed composite score. What you really see is visual processing, our ability to see things and process them. Examination of a relationship between cognition, that's the use of our brain, and lutein levels in brain tissue from a population-based study of adults found that among the carotenoids, only lutein was consistently associated with a wide range of cognitive measures that included executive function, language, searching for words, learning, and memory, which are all associated with specific brain regions. So as exciting as this is for the brain, it's just as exciting as for the eye, just as exciting for the brain. The association of lutein with more than one cognitive function, the higher lutein concentrations in all areas of the brain evaluated, and the fact that these associations remain statistically significant after controlling for potential confounding factors, all support a role for lutein in age-related cognitive health. I also have just as many charts that talk about it in zeaxanthin and also talk about astaxanthin in the brain. So there's no questioning the fact that lutein and zeaxanthin are essential for visual function, not just healthy vision, visual function. There's no question we don't get them adequately from our diet. There's also no question that they play a tremendous role in protecting our eyesight, not just protecting our eyesight, but also in protecting our brain and our cognitive function.
It's such an important choice and a wonderful choice to make tonight. If you're just tuning in, it is the day of the year. We get the biggest savings, the biggest advantage in terms of pricing and value for money. Ultimate Eye Support or Ultimate Eye Support with astaxanthin. Thank you for your orders. Thank you for shopping with us. Please don't forget to leave a review. It means the world to Andrew and his team. As you can tell, your words are very, very powerful. A great thing for you to do for yourself. We're going to head over this way to something that, Andrew, you talk about astaxanthin.